Rich by popular demand.
The wait is over, homie.
Yes, it is. A-Town
Know
Connect.
the city gon' feel this.
Damn right.
Say two, I know you see me. Chris,
What up, boy?
I know both our pops looking
I
at
used to
us.
dream.
I used to dream. Oh,
Wayne Bridges, what up?
money and the cars and girls.
Hello, welcome back. C-Note and Dero Show, episode 4. How's it going tonight, gentlemen?
Pretty good. Getting ready for finals week, but other than that, not shit.
Great.
You know us as Cal Soderquist on the left,
Josh Fellman in the middle.
And Dero on the right.
and we make up the C-Note and Dero Show with producer Josh Fellman. We'll get right into things. Busy week in sports. The terrible sports are done now. Baseball, hockey's kind of in the background. Except for St. Francis hockey, our alma mater for most of the people that listen to this show. The hockey team's doing pretty well, actually more individually. Top two scorers in the Metro right now are Joey Bennick and TJ Belisle, both forwards on the varsity team. Guys, you got any comments to say about your fellow high schoolians?
Well, it's nice to get some good publicity finally. There's not somebody dying over a bridge or some
Somebody saying
Racist comments in the bathrooms.
Yep.
That is true. The very good point, Tony, and we wish the hockey team nothing but the best. Other miscellaneous news, we don't want to take up too much time away from the football discussions coming up. Timberwolves got a new coach over in between our last show. It's Kevin McHale. What do you guys think about that?
Love it. I
Kevin,
think he should stay on for
Lifetime contract like
lifetime.
Brewster?
Yep. See how well Isaiah Thomas worked out in New York, so just roll with it.
I just can't fathom these wise comments coming from Tony tonight.
Who knows what fathom means?
There's just erased everything. But I think it's just Kevin McPhail. He did fine
That's a clever
as
pun.
an interim a couple years back, but he also had the likes of KG, Cassell, and company. So I just don't see anything good coming out of this. Get Flip back.
Flip Saunders, Sam Mitchell, there's guys out there that you can swipe up. I think the bottom line for the McHale move is Glenn Taylor can save a little extra coin by paying one guy to do two jobs. I think we all can agree on that.
I think Fred Hoiberg should be promoted to where Kevin McHale was, and I'm sure he makes better draft decisions than Kevin McHale has and maybe will in the future.
I guess we don't know. Fred Hoiberg hasn't drafted anybody recently, so
We'll find out come April or whenever their freaking draft is.
Finally, the last bit of Wolves news we got for you. Last night, Carmelo Anthony had a decent night, to say the least. That's an understatement. He put on a clinic. Specifically in the third quarter, Anthony went 12 for 15 from the field and dropped 33 in the third quarter alone to finish with 45 on the night. What do you guys say about your hometown team's defense?
They gotta sign me because I can do better than them, honestly. Give me $50,000 and a fucking Under Armour band.
that's all you need is an Under Armour.
That's all I need.
There you heard it. 5'7.5". Josh,
5'9".
okay, excuse me, is ready to shut down the likes of 6'5" Carmelo and his 30-some-inch vertical.
I don't know. When I play 21, I shut you guys down, so can't be any different, can it?
Anyways, next subject.
More on that in the next show. We're actually going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back with a little more football news.
I'm cold. I'm cold. I'm cold.
And we're back. On to the favorite sport for all of us, football. We'll start with college, though. Save the best for last. Heisman finalists were announced. Do you guys have any advice for who's going to win the Heisman?
Well, I think the general assumption is Tebow goes for another one, but it's going to be the tightest race that we've seen in a long, long time because these three quarterbacks have all shown great things along the year.
Things like performances or
Yeah.
Okay.
Leadership abilities.
Tony, Heisman pick.
I'll go with Tebow since I bet money on him, so I'm rooting on him.
Fake money, Monopoly money.
We don't condone gambling anyway on this radio show.
I'm going to go against the grain here and go with Samuel Bradford. I just think He's the favorite coming into this, and I don't pick against favorites most of the time.
The only problem I has is that Graham Harrell isn't in it. 41 touchdowns and almost 5,000 yards. It's kind of a load, but whatever.
That is definitely a leave out. A leave out.
Definitely.
BCS championship. Florida will take on Oklahoma. Florida's favored by 3 currently. Who's you guys' pick for that? Your Heisman picks versus my Heisman pick. Should be a good game.
I will obviously go with Florida. Can't go against Tebow.
They both run the spread, and they both run it well. I just think Tebow runs a little bit better than Sam Bradford does.
I'm excited. You know, I'm not going to give a prediction, but I am excited to watch this game. It's the first time in the last few years that a Big Ten team didn't run the table or somehow work their way into the championship game. I think it'll be a lot closer than the last few have been. So we'll look forward to that. Before we close out and head to break, on college, any other bowl games you guys want to throw out there that you think would be a good one to watch?
Rose Bowl, USC, and Penn State. It's the Big Ten team that's in it. USC is going to trounce them, but it'll still be fun.
They should
watch.
roll.
Let's go with the Insight Bowl. Minnesota Gophers against Kansas Jayhawks.
Who's the pick in that one? Gophers?
I'll go with Kansas just because I've seen the Gophers play before.
I'm going to throw out the Sheraton Hawaii Bowl. Every year they invite the hometown teams, so this year Hawaii will face a good close personal friend of the show is actually Michael Floyd, and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish head out there on Christmas Eve day. So try and check that one out. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back with Vikings news. Spitting from my dome, St. Thomas. Look at me now, my head rhombus. I know that shape, cause I shift shapes until I don't make no sense. Everybody wanna know dollars and cents, how much. Alright, our next topic here, NFL news. Today, Judge Judy ruled in a Minneapolis court the injunction for the 2 Williams brothers will be extended for the next 2 weeks, enabling them to play both in Arizona this Sunday and next Sunday at home against Atlanta. Thoughts on that?
Well, they're still in the wilderness, but they can see the light.
We're getting closer now, and the closer we get to playoffs, then better chance we have of that thing just sitting tight until next season. Which
I've
is what
always
we
heard
want.
just don't go into the light.
Don't!
If you're passed out or something, just
And if
stay
they
away
go into
from
the
bright
light, as I stated before, just call me and give me an Under Armour band.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways.
Vikes playoff picture. Y'all know we don't have the game. It's 7 o'clock right now as we're recording. But if the New Orleans Saints can somehow beat the Bears tonight, the Vikes need to win 1 game out of their next 3, and we're in the playoffs. What are the odds that happens? We get that playoff spot.
Odds are good that happens, especially if the Giants locked up that position of home field advantage for Week 17, and everyone's sitting on the bench, and we can just run all over them, hopefully.
I also like the Vikes for the playoffs, unlike many of the ESPN announcers who have been hating.
No love, no love.
No love.
True, no love.
So Vikes fans who are confused, three things. Obviously, you're going to cheer for the Vikes. You just want them to win as many games as they can out of the next 3. You're cheering for the Giants because the more they win in the next 2 weeks, the less chance they play starters. You're cheering for everyone who plays the Bears. That's all you need to worry about.
That is correct.
And everyone saw last week on Fox News, they're doing a post game. We had our guy Brad Childress giving out a game ball, whatnot, and Vincente Shanko had a little bit of a exposure, if you will.
What they say is true. Black people do have larger than.
They're endowed. They're endowed is the term.
They're blessed.
That is the gayest thing I've ever heard both of you.
So Josh has an article now to read. It's a follow-up. Josh, you want to go to it quick?
It was clearly stated in a conference that, from what we've seen, there is definitely a career for Vicente in the adult industry, that is porn, if he'd like one, said Black Ice General Manager Tony Santoro. We would welcome an opportunity to align ourselves with a world-class athlete of Vicente's stature.
So, Vinny, you drop a few more touchdowns and you
Drop a few more towels.
you've got a backup job all lined up. Any final thoughts here as we close out the show?
Not much. I'll see everyone in the fantasy playoffs, except for an SFFL.
I will see you on the sidelines. Go Vikings. Go St. Taki.
I'll see you around.
We bottle pop. We bottle pop it. We bottle pop. We